All right, Shalom. I'll check the feed real quick. Are we on? Cool. All right, Shalom. Before I get started with this live lesson, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Quadash, to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring. The house of David elect that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect. I'm back with another quick lesson through the Holy Spirit, the Rakakwadash. And I want to jump right into this thing here. This is from americasfirstreport.com. And the headline it reads, it says, "You can't get blood out of a stone. U.S. consumers have been squeezed bone dry as the U.S. economy falters." All right. So what this means, you know, your so-called average American is hanging on for dear life, trying not to drown, and pretty much, you know, the financial security and comfort that these people once had is now gone away. All right, that's what's happening. And who's going to feel the brunt of this? All right, you Jakes, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and Hispanics. All right, that's why the scriptures say in Amos. All right, this is Amos chapter 6 and verse 1. Those at ease in Zion. See, Amos 6 and 1, and it reads, it says, "Woe to them that are at ease in Zion and trust in the mountain of Samaria, which are named chief of the nations, to whom the house of Israel." What the Lord is saying, he's saying, woe unto you Israelites that are at ease here in America and Babylon, man, that trust in oppression, right? Let's get this word ease, you know? So this word for ease goes into at ease, careless, wanton, arrogant, security, pride, arrogance. You see that? So the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, is removing the security, the pride, the arrogance, you know, this that good old American spirit, man. You know, the financial security. All right, because people are getting their asses kicked. All right, people are scraping for crumbs right now. Okay, and it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get tighter. And we've been warning you day in and day out about this, man. You know, U.S. consumers have been squeezed bone dry as the U.S. economy falters. All right, because this is what everybody's waiting on. And I've been going through these type of lessons, you know, for the past week or so. You know, everybody knows that eventually the collapse is coming, man. All right. But anyway, let's read on here. I just want to get straight to the point of this lesson. This will be a quick lesson, right? But just want to put this out here, you know, just more news and prophecy, the pretty much going into the you know, the economic outlook, if you will, of this economy, and it's grim. It's very dark. It's grim. You know, we're going to go more into it here, but it says, reading on, it says a recent survey discovered that 79% of Americans believe that the U.S. is on the wrong track right now. It says, as a nation, we may not agree on much, but this one thing that almost all of us can agree on, it says, needless to say, the economy is the number one reason why so many people are dissatisfied with the direction that the country is heading. Right? This is why everybody is like, this is why you see the spirit right now. You know, niggas talking about casting a vote, make your vote count. You know, we got to get Kamala in, we got to get Trump in. Everybody's banking on this election as if this is going to be, you know, the turnaround. You know, everybody's panicking. There's a lot of anxiety. It's a lot of uncertainty. You know, you got the migrants over here taking the jobs. You know, they're getting all the free government benefits. They're taking over the cities. Or Edomites are pissed. You know, Jake is the face of terrorism here. There's just a lot going on, man. You know, as we see this thing bubbling over. But it says the economy is the number one reason many people are dissatisfied with the direction the country is heading. Over the past 4 years, the cost of living has risen much faster than paychecks have, right? And as a result, our standard of living has been going down. Exactly, man. This place is trash all around, through and through. All right. It says now we have reached a point where tens of millions of U.S. consumers have been squeezed bone dry. And as a result, businesses are failing all over the nations. And we've been seeing story after story about, this restaurant chain, down so many hundreds of restaurants across the nation, all of these retail stores, especially, us brothers that grew up in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these stores that we grew up on, malls, everything is shutting down, man. All right. And this is a clear sign that America is about to fall, that this economy is going down the drain. So everything is being closed down. All right. Let me get that too. All right. Ecclesiastes 12:3, it says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. You see that? It's a very, very grim time for Babylon right now. All right. No peace is in sight, no recovery. There's no game plan, no strategy to allow this place to bounce back. It's not happening, Jack. All right. It says the point in Ecclesiastes 12:4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of grinding is low. As we read here, going back to that point of the article, let's go back that last part where it said U.S. consumers have been squeezed bone dry, and as a result, businesses are failing all over the nation. All right. Everything is being closed down. All right. But this is prophecy, right? It says, Ecclesiastes 12:4, it says, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of grinding is low. No work. Businesses shutting down. All right. Bellying up. Banks are closing down. It's the grand closure of this fucking place, man. We're watching it happen. It says, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. All right. So once again, everything is pretty much done for. All right. And I want to add some more in there. All right. So this is from the Zero Hedge here. And it says consumers running out of money. All right. Consumers running out of money. People are running out of money. People are short on cash, strapped. Okay. People don't have a savings. People don't have a nest for another day. All right. Consumers running out of money. Former Target executive offers dire warning ahead of Christmas. Right. So you might as well cancel those pagan folly days, man, because this is the time and season, the time of the year where everybody's energy is tied up into Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and shit. All right. People are, spending their last little bit of money to get gifts, to do things with family. You know how it is around this time, man. People really lose themselves around this time of year, and how much more, by people not having the financial means. All right. But it says, let's read a little bit here. It says U.S. corporate media, Salakia. It says U.S. corporate media outlets continue to push propaganda that the economy thrives ahead of the presidential elections, cheerleading the most recent retail sales print. However, most Americans know MSM is full of malarkey because inflation and interest rates force many to spend more but receive less, right? Hey, inflation is real, man. It says many folks have depleted their personal savings and racked up insurmountable credit card debt just to keep up with rising food, energy, insurance, and shelter costs, right? This is why people are broke. Okay. It says that this toxic mix of inflation sparked by failed Bidenomics has hit low and middle income families the hardest, potentially leading to a breaking point this upcoming holiday shopping season, right? You ain't gonna be able to get all them goddamn gifts, right? Them vacations gonna stop. All right, like I said earlier, the security, the financial security and comfort is out of there, man. Quote, it is very clear that consumers are running out of money They're increasingly stressed by inflation and the exhaustion of their pandemic era savings. When you take a look over the last several years, what you see month after month, everyone talks about the consumer still spending. They might be, but they're spending less than the growth of inflation. Storch Advisor CEO Gerald Storch told Fox Business Maria Bartiromo on Thursday during the interview. This is the Target CEO. Matter of fact, I got the video. Let's pull the video. Let's see if it would play, because I know I was having a hard time playing videos on the StreamYard for some reason. Let me see if it pulls up, because the last video I did, it didn't even the video didn't have any sound. So let me just check real quick. But as you see here, this came out October 17th, 2024. It is very clear that consumers are running out of money. All right, so let's play it, see if it works. Yeah, it's not pulling up. All right. Bear with me 1 second. I don't know why it's doing this. And it's all good. But pretty much, when you watch this video, they break it down, how the state of the economy and, just everything we're reading here. People are broke. They're running out of money. This holiday season is going to be at an all-time low. Pretty much so on and so forth, right? So let's just go back and read. Lord willing, I'll fix that issue in another lesson here. But anyway, let's read on. Let's see if there's any more we want to take from this article real fast. And like I said, it's a quick lesson, just kind of updating on what's going on, because the main thing is that we're concerned about is, eventually the money is going to go away. All right. They're going to have to bring this thing down. Matter of fact, let's grab that scripture in Zephaniah, man. Because like we said, the writing is on the wall, Jake. You better stop playing, man. You better come back to the Lord, man. You better come back to Yahweh Shem Yahushai before it's too late. All right, you've been warned. But anyway, this is Zephaniah. Let's get that real fast. Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 10 here. All right, Zephaniah 1 and 10, and it reads, Salakia. All right, Zephaniah 1 and 10, it says, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that there should be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and great crashing from the hills. All right, so there's going to be an economic crash. All right, remember, the money has to disappear in order for them to bring that C-hip. All right, so this thing is damn near closer than what we realize, man. All right, it says verse 11, Zephaniah 1 and 11. It says, "How you inhabitants of Maktish," all right, which will represent the in this time, like the investors, Wall Street, stockbrokers, things like that, people who manage the economy. It says, "How you inhabitants of Maktish, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off," right? Because that's what's getting ready to happen to the money. It's about to be cut off. And this is why so many people are feeling the squeeze right now. They're being squeezed bone dry to the last penny. Let's read some more here. All right. I'm mad I couldn't play the video, Salakia. But let's take some points from it. So yeah, jumping down here. It says, besides Target, Storch was also a former CEO at Toys R Us. He noted, quote, now in the time between Thanksgiving and Christmas is very, very short. So that's going to be bad. The elections is going to weigh on things in the geopolitical situation as well. So I think it's going to be a pretty weak Christmas. Right? That's why I said that the Lord is putting an end to these folly days as well. It says the longtime retail executives' ominous warning about consumers stalling this holiday season comes after retail sales show consumers increase their purchases at retailers last month. However, this is only because of higher prices. In other words, consumers are spending more but receiving less, exactly, because of hyperinflation, right? And it says, let's see if there's any more. We want to get out of here. Bear with me. All right, so it's giving you the statistics on the spending during these folly days. This is the point right here. Boom. This is what we're saying right here. It says millions of Americans feel stressed in this disastrous Bidenomics era. It's only a matter of time before something gives. You see that? And that's the spirit, especially on the lesson that I did yesterday. All right, dealing with the blackouts. It's just a matter of time, you know, where they crash this system and the money goes away. All right, and everybody sees that. Okay, so this is not some mysterious thing, man. Everybody sees that the current system economy is on the goddamn ropes. All right. So like we said, this election that's coming in the next couple of weeks here, we're going to see what's going to happen, man. Eventually something has to give. And this is why we've been preparing you. We've been warning you through the Holy Spirit, through the Rakakwadash, to seek the Lord before it's too late. All right. The scriptures say to seek the Lord in thy youth. All right. Before the evil days come, man. All right. So the writing is on the wall, the news, the articles, everything that's out there, the spirit. Okay. So there's no excuse for you, Jakes, to say that you didn't hear, that you didn't know. All right. Because right now is the time to be to prepare. All right. For these things to initially hit the fan. All right. Isaiah 24 and 7, it says, the new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth. All the merry-hearted do sigh. See that? It's a lot of sighing and crying and grief going on right now. All right. The anxiety that's on these people, the uncertainty, right, on how they're going to make it through the holidays, you know, the money. All right. What's going to happen with the presidency? Is America going to bounce back? Are things going to change? That's the burden, if you will, that's on these people's spirits right now. All right. And it's heavy too, not to rant, but you talk to certain Edomites and venues and stuff like that throughout the day, when you're handling business, and you're starting to see a lot of these Edomites are starting to change. Right. Since this election is coming around, you're really starting to see those true colors, if you will. You're really getting to see, you're seeing the real Edomite is starting to come out now. This whole Trump rally, type spirit, this make America great, the hell with you niggas. You see that now, man. It says verse 20, Isaiah 24, verse 8, the mirth of the tabret ceaseth, the noise of them rejoiceth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. Right. So all of the mirth, all of this, happiness, and I'm doing all right, and that's done for. The mirth of the tabret ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoiceth endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. Verse 9, they should not drink wine with the song, strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. All right. And this is what we see. All right. Going back to the money, the economy, people's finances. All right. It's all drying up. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. Going back to what? The business is closing down. All right. It said that the windows would be darkened. All right. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. All right. So the Lord is what's going on is that the prosperity is done for, man. All right. America's greatness has been turned to dung, Verse 11, it says there's a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. You see, and just speaking about the crying for wine in the streets, this is why niggas have ran down and voted. All right. You niggas voted. Now what? What happens now? All right. You ran down to the polls. You voted for whoever you voted for. So now what? What happens next? Right? Is your situation going to get better? No. Are things going to change for you? No. They're going to get worse. All right. So there's a crying for wine in the streets because people want to know answers. All right. People want to know what the hell is going on. Why things are the way they are. All right. When are things going to go back to normal, so to speak? All joy is dark. Hey, you don't really see too many people smiling nowadays. You don't really see a lot of this, like how it was, that American pride as we talk about. All the joy is dark and the mirth of the land is gone. That sense of prosperity, the sense of security and comfort. I'm proud to be American and all of this shit. That's out of there. Right? That's all she wrote. It says, and the city is left in desolation and the gate is smitten with destruction. And that's what's coming, man. Because you better believe, as we've been saying, man, no matter who gets in the office, there's going to be some type of dysfunction. All right. Remember what was the legislation from the Department of Defense? Where's that? Let me see if I can pull it back up just to add on to it. That's how you know this shit is about to get real. Let's pull that back up. Right. So this came out the other day, man, and brothers done lessons on it. All right, but this executive order 5240.01, it says the DoD quietly reissues DoD Directive 5240.01, expanding the use of lethal force against U.S. citizens in potentially deadly domestic situations. Right. So they already got the law. The scriptures say that they frame of mischief by law. All right, so they're setting up laws and legislations to come down upon you Americans. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. All right, the devil knows that his time is short, so he's going to come with that wrath. This is it right here, man. And all they need is that one event to allow these things to go down. All right, this is not a game. All right, that's the thing I was going to read out of here real fast. All right. Here we go. Right here. It says, imagine waking up to discover that the U.S. military has quietly been granted the authority to assist in domestic law enforcement activities, including the use of lethal force against U.S. citizens in certain circumstances. Right now, imagine, some type of civil war situation breaking out, some type of sedition. This is why everything is mounting up with anger. People are pissed off, as you see, the militias, the right wing, the left, all this division is going on because this is what this is for. All right. It says, imagine waking up to discover that the U.S. military has quietly been granted the authority to assist in domestic law enforcement activities, including the use of lethal force against U.S. citizens in certain circumstances. Now consider that this change was enacted just weeks before the election. All right. And they've been talking about this election for the past 2 years about eventually, civil war would break out, and I always bring out the lesson, or not the lesson, but let me pull that up because this is a good reference point. Right. That's why I always pull this out. But this came out last year. The conditions are right for political violence. How close is the U.S. to civil war? And let's just go ahead and read this because this is crucial, man. All right, we're about to see these things play out. It says if a second civil war breaks out in the U.S., it will be a guerrilla war fought by multiple small militias spread around the country. All right, you got these Edomites, you got the you got the migrant gangs and all of that. Violence is increasing. All right, the what you call it, the sleeper cells, right? Everything is on standby. It says their targets will be civilians, mainly minority groups. All right, you Jakes, opposition leaders, and federal employees. Judges will be assassinated. Democrats and moderate Republicans will be jailed on bogus charges. Black churches and synagogues bombed. Right? Pedestrians picked off by snipers in city streets. Imagine that shit, man. All right. Imagine when these things start happening, how the state of the people are going to be, the panic that's going to ensue. Right. And federal agents threatened with death should they enforce federal law. The goal would be to reduce the strength of the federal government and those who support it, while also intimidating minority groups and political opponents into submission, man. So this shit is going to get nuts. All right. So anyway, let's go back and finish what we was reading there. What were we reading, Salakia? Let's go back to bear with me. Where was I at? Salakia. Oh, we was reading the DOD thing here, right? So it says, so where we left off, it says, now consider that this change was enacted just weeks before an election, already surrounded by concerns about unrest, civil liberties, and potential government overreach. This is the reality of the DoD Directive 5240.01 reissued on September 27, 2024, man. All right? A time like no other, man. See? But anyway, let's add this in there too. All right. Quick news and prophecy. All right, here's some more news here. So it says, this is justthenews.com. It says FBI data shows violent crime up 10.4%. Property crime up 6.4% since 2019. All right, and I'll just read a quick paragraph. Straight to the point here. And you know what? It's just going through the statistics, so we don't need to read the whole thing. So the point is that shit is getting worse. All right, let's hear what they had to say. Let's go back and check this out real quick. Oh, you know what? I can't play the video, Salakia. Yeah, this is a problem. We got to fix that. But anyway, like I said, straight to the point. You can pull this video up here. This is on Fox Business. It's very clear that consumers are running out of money. Good 7-minute watch, giving the breakdown of the current state of the economy. All right, but all the answers is there, man. I mean, what more proof do you need, man? All right, and like I said, who's going to be affected the most? You Jakes, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and Hispanics, which are feeling it now. All right, so this is going to be one hell of a time, man. So we're going to sit back and watch. Time is drawing near to this election. Lord willing, something happens between now and then, between now and the so-called new year, whatever the case is. But Esau has the legislation in place. All right, just in case something pops off. All right, so hey, it's gonna get crazy, man. So that's all we can really say. So Lord willing, that this lesson was edifying. Just leave it like that. The consumers running out of money. The outlook for America is grim, man. It's a done deal. So I pray that this lesson was edifying. I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect, that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect. Shalom. Shalom.